church of what's happening now. Town Talker Public. Today I'm in Washington, D.C. Um, you think of Washington, you think of independence, you think of someone, of people learning a new way. Washington is a state that bridges the North and the South together. It's a place, rather, that bridges the North and the South together. We're here today, enjoying the mild weather. I'm from the state of New Jersey, and coming from that state, I got winter clothes on. I feel like I'm down south, I had to take my Russian hat off or whatever, take my blazer off because it's very hot. I even have boots on. It's kind of cold up north, but here it's warm, 2-3 hours away from New Jersey. I'm here with Ludin Pierre, who has an issue and a situation with Home Depot. Can you tell American people, about what was your situation with Home Depot? Introduce yourself first, because I'm not.
Okay, I am Ludin Pierre. I am in Washington, D.C., in front of the Capitol. I'm here to expose, to let the American people know and understand how some companies, specifically Home Depot, can play a role in the destruction of the country jobs, in the destruction of the American economy by being too greedy. We had worked for Home Depot as a minority vendor, providing workforce, providing staff to Home Depot while Home Depot was expanding in the East Coast. Home Depot actually, after a few years of working with us, starting to get into our business to find out who's the owner of the company servicing them, providing such a good service. They could not believe that the company belonged to a black. Though they tried to find out by asking us, but for some reason we refused to let them know who was the owner, because our service has nothing to do with the ownership.
You were in fear of letting them know who was the owner because they were prying so much that perhaps they were looking to, you felt that they were looking to destroy the company if they found out who the owner was?
I was not too sure that that was their plan, but actually Home Depot walked through a middleman, and the middleman told us not to reveal that we were the owner. Though in order to go through, we end up telling them that the owner was not available right now because the owner was sick.
So the person, the middleman that you worked through, actually wanted you to work as a shadow.
In a sense, yes.
That's what we call it here in America, a shadow. You wanted a shadow. You didn't want to reveal, if you was in fear of revealing who the actual owners was, because had you revealed that, then you would have probably lost the contract.
Actually, probably yes, but we were not 100% sure of the tactic being used by Home Depot trying to get into our business, finding out who's the owner. But we did had we had the feeling that something was cooking, but since we had a middleman, everything had to go through the middleman. We did not know exactly that was the full intention of Home Depot. But at that time, we were forcing ourselves into getting a contract with Home Depot since day one, actually, because we were doing 75%, sometimes even 100% of the job of providing them workforce in order to help their expansion in the East Coast. So Home Depot actually told us, let things quiet down a little bit, and at some point we will give you a contract. But we waited and waited. Home Depot never actually came up with a contract, to the point where they hired another company to work doing exactly the same thing we were doing. In order to do that,
had it not been for your company, do you think they would even had the idea to do what they did in hiring getting another company to do the actual same job?
no, because we were doing so well that Home Depot actually was very happy for the fact that we were making them progress. They were opening about one store a day through our service. We actually open warehouses for Home Depot in the East Coast, where we even draw the yellow line, the safety line on the floor to tell you where we started with Home Depot. But Home Depot actually had in mind to get rid of us in the minute that they could. When they bought that company in, that company actually, in order to start the company working for them, they had to take some of our employees to work for Home Depot doing exactly the same job we were doing, and our company was not being compensated for that change of venue, that change of management. So we continue working for Home Depot, fighting our way through, to a point where Home Depot actually hired a second company. And that second company would come doing the same thing. On Friday, a group of employees would work for us. And on Monday, we would see those employees working under the new management the company Home Depot would hire inside a Home Depot, setting up shop inside a Home Depot, and those our employees would be working for them from Friday, and Monday they would be working for us on Friday, and Monday working for them.
So there was never a discussion of that they're going to be working for you now, that they're going to be working for a new company. There was never that discussion. Because who payroll? Were they still on your payroll, or did they switch them to another payroll?
They switched them to another payroll. Actually, Home Depot management used the supervisors on the floor to threat or people, telling them that you better jump suit, otherwise jump ship, otherwise you're going to lose your job. You better go work for the other companies. As a matter of fact, we have Home Depot supervisors giving us letters specifying that management asked them to scare our employees away. In America, such thing, bullying, is that possible? So yes, they did do that by pushing our company, our employees away from us. When that happened, actually, we sent letters and after letters to Home Depot in Atlanta to let them know that this is not fair, this is not right what they're doing, because we are servicing them, and then now they are breaking down our companies. They are destroying our companies. Actually, even Home Depot itself would hire our best employees, and they would look at us in the eyes, and they would tell us, if you scream, if you talk, you're gone. At some point, what was really striking is the fact that employee managers would come and tell us, in order for us to stay working for Home Depot, we have to change our front color. Meaning that we have to have white managers representing us, because they were tired of seeing a black company servicing them so well that they cannot completely get rid of, but they were destroying us brick by brick. So we had to change our front color. When actually in a meeting, Home Depot regional meeting, Home Depot regional manager would say, we don't like Haitians, we don't want them to work here. In other words, Home Depot wanted to get rid of us as management or change, keep our people to work hard for them, but they don't want us to sit on the table with them, because by sitting on the table, they're looking at us as a black man who happen to be there, when actually United States is a land of opportunity. And let me say that Haitian, being Haitian, there's nothing wrong with that. When actually we came here in America to change our life, just like every other people come from around the world, because it's a land of opportunity. We came here to improve our life. We came here because it's a melting pot. And then, if we go back in history, remember that Haitian fought for this country to stay free. In 1779, in Savannah, Georgia, we gave our blood for this country. Today, if we can come here, do exactly what needs to be done to improve ourselves. We went to school, we work for corporate America, we open a small business. Why Home Depot should be authorized to crush us down by putting his foot on us and then look at us in the eyes, knowing that we cannot even fight them because they have too much, they are too strong. As a matter of fact, we took Home Depot and the two other companies to court, but we don't have financial ability to fight them in court. And then we told Home Depot, you know why? We're not going to be able to fight you in court because we don't have that type of money, because lawyers sucking us already, taking away all our money. We cannot fight you. You would keep us in court for 10 years. We go and fight you public. And then we receive a letter from the supplier diversity director, Michelle K. Johnson, telling us that going to the public will not help you because we support the civil rights leaders. You support the civil rights leaders, meaning that they cannot help me. They will not stand against Home Depot because Home Depot have them in the back pocket, in his back pocket. Actually, we ignored that letter and we went to some civil rights organizations to help us out. One of them happened to be Al Sharpton, who's the owner of National Action Network, the House of Justice. We went there for 6 months. And then the Reverend, who's supposed to be fighting for justice, would not help us, to the point where we had to rally in front of his door. 2 times we went in front of National Action Network. We protested. And then the second time, he had to call us inside to ask us to talk to him to find out exactly what happened, when actually for 6 months he would ignore us. When we told him what happened, he laughed at us, intimidating us, crushing us down, also telling us that, oh, you lied to a white man, you did not tell a white man that you were the owner, and then that was the end of it. We are here to let America know that this country is being destroyed because of greed, because of some corporations. We don't want to say corporate America because we understand that some companies are doing very well for this country. They're keeping this country going. But there are also some companies like Home Depot that need to be addressed individually. They have to talk. We have to find a way to address those companies individually, because what's going on with the job situation is a made. You have veterans coming out of war. They cannot find a job because of companies like Home Depot violating 1933 law, when actually instead of having goods made in America to create jobs to sell to the government, Home Depot would have made those goods outside of the United States, destroying jobs here, and then still sell it to the American government. So this is the type of situation America has to live in today. We need to find a way to help minority businesses. We have to find a way to help small businesses